All right, so maybe you're thinking about picking up the Paris apartment, but you're not quite sure if it's really your kind of read.
We get it.
You've seen the reviews.
Yeah.
You've seen the marketing copy.
Yeah.
You maybe even know a bit about Lucy Foley yourself.
Yeah.
But you're still on the fence.
Totally.
We're here to help with that.
Well, that's what this deep dive is all about, yeah. So, full disclosure right up front.
Okay.
I loved this book. I gave it 4.5 stars over on Crime by the Book.
Wow. 4.5 stars. Okay, so we're talking serious love here.
I really, really enjoyed this book.
But I got to be honest, I've seen some mixed reviews,
Yeah.
Some people found it slow.
I can see that.
Even a little frustrating.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that. This isn't one of those thrillers that, just races to the big reveal. It's more of a slow burn.
Okay.
Really taking its time setting the scene.
So more like a...
Almost like
Okay.
like a delicious, like a French onion soup.
Oh, I like where you're going with this.
Simmering on the stove. You don't rush it.
Gotcha.
You let those flavors develop.
So not for the impatient reader then.
I mean, if you're all about heart-pounding action and just needing to know who done it right away,
Right.
it might not be the best fit.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy it, like I said, that slow burn, unraveling the psychological complexities,
Okay.
getting to know the characters,
Yeah.
and experiencing a setting that's almost a character itself,
Oh, that's intriguing.
then I think the Paris apartment is going to be right up your alley.
Okay, so let's talk about that setting for a minute.
Sure.
It's like the city of love, charming cafes, strolls along the Seine.
Right, exactly.
Does Foley lean into that? Like the romanticized Paris we see in so many books and movies?
Not quite.
How
I mean,
about-
she definitely uses the allure of Paris, right? But she also kind of peels back the layers a little bit, reveals a grittier side, a bit more unsettling.
Really?
Yeah, the city sort of becomes this reflection of the secrets and darkness that are hiding beneath the surface.
Ooh, I'm getting chills already.
Right. Like this seemingly glamorous apartment building has a lot more going on underneath.
So we're talking about...
It's giving
Yeah.
Hitchcockian suspense meets like lock every door vibes, but in Paris.
That's a very intriguing combo.
Right.
Okay, so we've got this building, this simmering pot of secrets.
Yeah.
And then we have Jess, our main character.
Right.
She goes to Paris to stay with her half-brother Ben, who's gone missing.
Vanished without a trace.
So what makes Jess a compelling character?
Well, Jess is a survivor.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot, and I think that kind of grit, that determination really makes her relatable.
Like you can root for her.
Yeah, she's not like a polished detective or anything.
Right.
Just an ordinary woman thrust into this crazy situation.
Yeah.
Desperately trying to find her brother.
So you're caught up in her search.
Exactly.
Okay, but I've seen some reviews mention that the other characters in the book aren't as likable.
Right.
Did you find that to be an issue?
Not at all, actually. I think it's one of Lucy Foley's strengths.
Oh, interesting.
She's not afraid to create these flawed characters.
Yeah.
Even people who might be considered unsympathetic.
Give me some examples.
Well, you've got Nick
Yeah.
Ben's seemingly friendly friend, Sophie.
Yeah.
This elegant socialite, but with a hidden agenda.
Okay.
And then there's Mimi, a young woman harboring her own secrets.
Lots of secrets going around.
And none of them are perfect.
And that's what makes it so good.
That's what makes it so fascinating. Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
You're constantly trying to figure out what their angle is.
Right. Who's manipulating who and why?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm hooked already.
Good. And that's where Lucy Foley's mastery of writing from multiple perspectives really comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Each resident of the apartment building gets to tell their side of the story, their version of what happened.
Okay.
And you get these glimpses into their lives,
Yeah.
their motivations, and slowly it becomes clear that everybody's hiding something.
Everybody's got secrets.
Oh, yeah, big time.
So multiple perspective.
Yes.
That is a signature move for
Yeah.
Lucy Foley, wouldn't you say?
It is. She loves it.
But I gotta be honest, sometimes I find that approach a little
Oh, yeah.
confusing.
Sure.
Like I get lost. Who's talking now?
Right. Well, it's all about the execution.
Yeah.
You think it works in the Paris apartment?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's essential to how the book works. Like,
Okay.
imagine a mosaic.
Okay.
Each narrative voice is like a little tile,
Okay.
intricately designed, beautiful on its own.
Hmm?
But until you step back
Yeah.
and see the whole picture, you don't get the full impact. Foley uses this technique so well.
Right.
Builds suspense, plants, red herrings,
Mm-hmm.
keeps you guessing.
Until the very end.
Exactly.
So you're saying she's not just doing it for style.
No. It's definitely a tool.
Okay.
A very clever way to control the information.
I see.
Reveal just enough to hook you,
Hmm?
but also hold back
Yeah.
those crucial details
Okay.
that will ultimately lead to the solution.
Okay.
And because each narrator is a little unreliable.
Oh, interesting.
You never quite know if they're being straight with you.
So you're constantly second-guessing?
Oh, yeah, you're questioning their motives, what they're seeing.
Yeah.
It just creates this constant unease.
Keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Exactly. You're like, wait, what's really going on here?
Oh, I like that. Okay, so you mentioned earlier that Foley's Paris.
Yeah.
It's not like the romanticized version we often see.
No.
How does that grittier portrayal of the city add to the mood of the book?
Well, it adds this layer of tension, I think,
Okay.
that just like perfectly matches the mystery that's unfolding in the building. You know, there's a sense of unrest in the city. Like things aren't quite right. And you feel that in the building itself, too.
Oh, interesting.
And almost like the characters are trapped,
Okay.
not just within the apartment, but
Right.
within this city that's kind of holding its breath,
Wow.
waiting for something to snap.
Okay, so it's like their inner turmoil
Yeah,
is reflected in the city outside.
exactly. It's not just about a missing brother
Right.
or this creepy building.
Yeah.
It's about all the stuff we keep bottled up, lies, secrets, the faces we show the world,
OD.
and Paris with its hidden corners and all its like whispered rumors
Okay.
becomes the perfect place for all of that to come undone.
It's like the city is a character.
In a way, yeah.
This reminds me of
Yeah.
some of Lucy Foley's other books,
Oh, yeah.
like The Guest List, The Hunting Party,
Sure.
where you say the Paris apartment kind of fits in with those.
I mean, there are definitely similarities.
Yeah.
The isolated settings.
Yeah.
The group of characters.
Yes, that slow burn suspense.
Uh-huh.
But is there anything that sets this one apart?
I do think the Paris apartment feels more intimate,
Okay.
more focused on the psychology of the characters.
Uh-huh.
It's less about a shocking twist
Mm-hmm.
and more about slowly realizing
Yeah.
that the truth is maybe worse than you imagined.
Oh, that's creepy.
Right.
So if I loved those other Foley books,
Yeah.
am I going to love this one too?
I think so. If you enjoyed the puzzles of the guest list
Yeah.
and that claustrophobic atmosphere of the hunting parties,
Yeah.
you'll find a lot to love in the Paris apartment.
Okay.
But be prepared to
Here-
go even deeper
Yeah.
into the minds of these characters.
Okay.
A more nuanced look at the darkness.
Yeah.
Looking beneath the surface.
Okay. You've definitely made me curious.
Sell it.
So for our listeners who are still maybe on the fence,
Yeah.
let's recap what
Gotcha.
we've learned. We've got this slow burn, character-driven mystery
Mhm.
set in a version of Paris that's both alluring and unsettling.
Very much so.
We've got Jess
Our survivor.
and a cast of characters who are
Deeply flawed.
keeping us guessing.
Oh, for sure.
And Lucy Foley is using these multiple narratives
Yes.
to create suspense, control information,
Expertly done.
adding layers to the whole mystery.
It's a very intricate puzzle.
For
Is
you?
that? Oh, the setting.
Right.
But Foley doesn't just use Paris as a backdrop.
Mhm.
That grittier side,
Yeah.
that undercurrent of unrest.
Right.
It mirrors the character's inner turmoil,
Yeah, yeah.
adds this like tangible layer of suspense.
Okay, so we've established that the Paris apartment
Yes.
is this richly layered,
Uh-huh.
character-driven mystery,
Yes.
deliciously creepy atmosphere.
All of that.
But let's get down to it. Would you recommend it?
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, so
This book stayed with me
really?
long after I finished it.
Wow.
I was thinking about the characters,
Yeah.
setting,
Mm.
those twists and turns. But I
Okay.
do want to say it's not for everyone.
Okay, so let's play a little game.
A game.
Could be a reader versus not for you.
I like it.
Who should run out and grab this book right now?
Okay, so if you are the kind of reader who loves to savor a slow burn mystery, unravel those character motivations
Okay.
like a tangled thread,
Yeah.
and just really get lost in the atmosphere, the
Mm.
Paris apartment is for you.
What about if I loved Lock Every Door?
Oh, perfect example.
Yeah.
If you loved that but thought,
Yeah.
I wish this dug a little deeper into the character,
Right, right.
this is the book for you.
Okay, and who should maybe skip it?
If you're looking for like car chases,
Yeah,
explosions, that kind of thriller,
right. More action-packed.
yeah, this one's going to feel way too slow.
Okay.
And if you get frustrated with multiple viewpoints or characters who aren't always likable,
Yeah.
maybe give this one a pass.
What about if I'm hoping for, like, romantic Paris?
Oh, yeah, no, this is definitely not that. This is a
Okay.
darker, more unsettling side of the city.
Okay, so it sounds like the Paris apartment.
Yeah,
It's a book that demands your attention,
for sure.
your patience,
Uh-huh.
your willingness to embrace the shadows.
Oh, we like that. Yeah,
It's a thinking person's thriller.
it is.
It rewards careful reading
Yes,
and a love of nuanced storytelling.
absolutely.
Foley's not giving you all the answers right away.
No, no, no.
She's giving you the puzzle pieces,
Yes.
the clues,
Uh-huh.
the red herrings,
Uh,
whispers,
ooh,
secrets.
snippets.
and letting you put it together yourself.
Exactly. And it is so satisfying.
I love that. It's like a challenge for the reader.
It is.
Be an armchair detective right alongside Jess.
I love that.
Okay, so before we wrap up,
Yeah.
give our listeners something to think about.
Okay, one final thought.
Yes.
Pay close attention
To
the apartment building itself.
Okay.
It's almost like a character.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Okay. How does Foley use those physical details?
Okay.
The peeling wallpaper,
Mm-hmm.
the lack of AC,
Right.
the way all the rooms connect
Okay.
to create that sense of unease
Mm-hmm.
and foreshadow what's going to happen.
Okay.
It's masterclass in setting the scene.
That's such a good point. The setting is a mirror
Right.
to the characters' inner lives.
Exactly.
Well, the deep dive has given you all the info.
We've done our best.
Now it's up to you to decide.
Big question.
Will The Paris Apartment be your next read?
Happy reading.
Happy sleep.